Nigeria has never been this bad. Nigeria has never been this bad. That's a big fat lie we need to stop telling ourselves. Nigeria has been bad from day one. Nigeria has been bad. Only we say this kind bad never happened to you. It just happened to you. Whatever Nigerians they experience now, Nigerians don't experience way back in the past. Do you understand? Whatever. It's nothing new. That's why we said you should check your history. You should check your history and stop following them say. Read about your history. You know, there was a time on this my status, and I think some of my social media handles, I posted that we need to unlearn whatever we think we know. It took me time. I was once like you people. I said, unlearn whatever you think you know. That thing you think you know are all lies. Unlearn all these nonsense stories, all these Mongo Park stories, all this Mary Slessor story, all this story about how Obasanjo, how OBJ, how these people, how Atiku, how unlearn all these things. There was a time, even the elders that we're supposed to look up to, they were the one telling us people like OBJ are the best president in Nigeria. How can you have OBJ as the best president of Nigeria? That's when you know something must be wrong with all of us. Nigeria has never been this bad. We must be naive to think these national foes are foolish. All these people, you must be naive. I'm trying to not use some kind of words. You must be naive to think they are foolish. You must be naive to think they don't know what they are doing. You must be naive to think you are even far intelligent than them. Sometimes, yeah, not all of them, yeah, but you must be naive to think these national foes, I call them national foes, national enemies, enemies of the states, are foolish. You must be naive to think they are foolish, or you must be dull to think they are foolish. They are very smart. They know all the gimmicks to control Unamumu button. Thank God, Moti Bolo, Moti Jao, Oluwa Oshe, Moti Jao. I'm not like you people again. See, let me break some things out. The ultimate plan has always been for no one outside the establishment. Listen to that very well. Their ultimate plan, which is the ultimate plan for them, has always been for no one outside the establishment should take over the affairs of the nation. So they are always ready, always got a backup plan, got their political weaponry. No matter how small in their rankings, it will play to their gallery. I'm going somewhere. I'll break some things down today. Make I try open a high small if it go gree open. Why do you think your so-called top 3, you see the medias, they're only showing 3 people all the time, channels too, all of them. Why do you think your so-called top 3, why do you think the so-called top 3 front runners all run to that genocidal maniac in Abeokuta? Why do you think they all run to the world-breaking, most corrupt Nigeria ruler? That popular one, where they call Maradona for Mina. Why do you think they all eventually bow before the de facto elder statesman in Niger, Mina? You know that de facto? That one we become president for 1990, acting president in acting. For 1998, yeah, I think 1998. Go and check your history, is there. They call him the de facto president. You don't know who the de facto president is. Those are the things we said you should know. Go and know them. Use your money to buy books and read about the history of Nigeria. If you no get money to buy books, read books. I was going through Chinua Achebe. I've forgotten the title of the book. Wonderful books Nigerians need to read. Chinua Achebe. Some people don't even know who, all these Indomie generation children, they don't even know Chinua Achebe. Who did this to us? Why do you think, don't let me, so that I will not miss what I want to tell you people. Why do you think All your front runners run to the same set of people. Think about it. And go check history. They've been running to this same set of people. Why do you think? Because they all work for the same establishment. How many of you have watched Prison Break? If you watch Prison Break, I'm a big fan of Prison Break. Go and watch Prison Break. Those are the kind of movies you should be watching so that you go get brain. Prison Break. No, because we all are in prison. We all are in prison. You know why I even still say we all. Now say at the end of the day, you know, I'm a Nigerian and we have to save Nigeria. So we can back out. We all are in prison. If we know, you know, if you watch Prison Break, you hear there are some people they call the company. The company in Nigeria. So go and watch Prison Break so you understand better if you don't want to read book. So in Nigeria, those people are called the establishment. In our own side, they are called the establishment. Do you understand? I will tell you for free. None of these national foes can give us the Nigeria of our dream. You all speak of experience and track records. How many of them in their 8 years can boast of a quality school, healthcare system, and infrastructural development that is made publicly accessible and free for the masses? How many of them? Tell me how many of them? No, accessible and free for the masses that they and their families can make use of as well. That is, this same set of people, I mean, the front runners have one time become, see, and again, anyone that has governed or led this country before in the past has compromised politically. Just know that and know and get sense. Anyone that has for once become governor of a state or has for once become president of the state in this Nigeria has compromised politically at one point or the other. Where is the consistency? Where is the consistency? You are talking about experience. He built road. We have checked the road. Where is the road? He built school. Where is the school? How many of the front runners' children can attend, or grandchildren self, how many of their children can attend the schools they built for you? Wake up, Nigerians. Wake up, Nigerians. How many of them? How many of them, the hospitals they built? The hospitals they built, how many of them? How many of them can go for treatment in that hospital? How many of them? How many of them can their wife, children go get treatment in Nigeria hospital? How many? Awiton, una say Sowore never hold public office. I go break because some people when they call my timeline, when they call my DM, they talk this rubbish. You know, well, I'm not some people, I'm trying not to mention name, and I'll try my best not to mention. You know, some people just come, especially all these OB people. I'll mention name. All these OB people, they will come to my DM and tell me, which experience does Sowore have? Which experience are you looking for? That's the question. Are we talking about say Sowore never hold public office before? Which one among your front runners did so well such that at least 50% of those in their states and immediate community benefited from them massively while they were governors of that state or president or vice president of that state? How many? How many? The one where they confirm, give everybody. The one where they endorse. That one where they Abeokuta, where they endorse, give everybody. Even for your own constituency, we know. How many? Do you understand? Nigerians, we need to wake up. We need to stop deceiving ourselves. Tell me, how can you see a Sowore go to the Maradona in Minna? Tell me, how can you see a Sowore go to the Agbaya in Abeokuta? Tell me, Tell me, recently he told the de facto he was part of those that destroyed Nigeria. Tell me, how can you see him? But Sowore no get experience. Una mean say him no get the experience of your treasury looters and state ruiners. That is what you are saying. If you say Sowore no get experience, you no get the experience of your treasury looters and your daylight ruiners. You guys don't want to get sense. Now no one wake up. Now they deceive in ourselves. You know the bad thing about this? Most of the people, people just deceiving people. That's PDP. PDP Pro Max. PDP Pro Max. Some of their lightweight feathers, they migrated to a party. They can't even start a party from scratch. They migrated. Go and check. They are influencers. It is all over the internet. They are influencers. They are all PDP. PDP. It's a win-win for PDP. Sowore no get experience. But as an individual, you guys, you wouldn't check all those kind of news, and your media won't sell those kind of things to you. As an individual, he stood by the oppressed. He no get experience. Set up knowledge acquisition investments. Gave yearly scholarship with no personal interest. He no still get experience. Stood by justice, representing the needy. Sowore no still get experience. He no get any experience. Set up from scratch a political movement called AAC. The one where now they support, he don't job political prostitutes. He don't jump from A to B, he don't enter Z. In last phase, they see where he go jump to after this election. They watch. But Sowore no get experience. He no get experience, but was a scholar, a lecturer in 2 universities in the United States. He no still get experience, but own an internationally recognized media firm, became an employer of labor without stealing from your national wealth. You no get experience. What experience are you all actually looking for? Making that tell me. Ẹ sọ fún mi ẹ jọ̀ọ́, experience wo lẹ ń wá lọ́wọ́ Sowore? Ẹ sọ fún wa. Do you want the experience of those who genuflect at the altars of fallen gods? That's the kind of experience you want? Or who are almost selling you your breath, the breath you breathe? Those that are about to sell you the breath you breathe. The air you breathe, they want to sell it to you. That's where Nigeria will go to very soon. They will tax the air that you breathe. They will tax the air that you breathe if care is not taken. Nigeria has never been this bad. Go to the northern part of Nigeria. You know that Nigeria has been this bad. If we actually won, go to the northern part of Nigeria. Go to the north central part of Nigeria. Go down the east. Go down the east. Nigeria has been worse. Go through Operation Wet here. Nigeria has gone through worse. Go through the First Republic when they killed Tafawa Balewa. Nigeria has gone. Nobody innocent for that space. For that political. The only innocent person here are the true Nigerians that are the masses. Nobody innocent. Come, they form this, they form that, they form this, they form that. Nobody innocent for that space, for that political space. Anybody who don't run this country before at one point in time or the other, show me the good representative of what they've governed. Show me, or show people. Say, oh, look at the El Dorado they built in 8 years. Thomas Sankara, when he was just barely 34 years old. You know what he did within 4 years? Thomas Sankara, he never got any loan from the West. Thomas Sankara, what he built in 4 years? 4 years, Thomas Sankara. What he built now in the city enjoy to today. What are you telling me, people? What are you telling me? That 8 years is not enough? What are you telling me? 8 years is not enough to have power in a state or in a country? 8 years is not enough to have good sound road, good school, good healthcare system that even, okay, let's say in Anambra, they built a good healthcare system in Anambra. That one where Buhari they run go, UK, they run go everywhere, go collect healthcare. Buhari, he go run go Anambra because that's where the best of healthcare is. You think we can't have it? Do you think we can't have it? We've got the money, bro. We've got the money, bro. We can't have it. You know, Shane, what experience are you looking for? Ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ sọ fún wa ṣé experience wo lẹ ń wá? Take it or leave it. In fact, this experience they vex me. Do you know what I'm doing right now? Let me tell you something. I worked with a company for over 6 years, going to 7 years, I think. 7 years I worked with a particular company. When I came into that company, I met a number of people. When I came into that company. I don't want to mention the company name, but you all will know. The company I just left, I met a number of people. You know, so when the HR, I've been interviewed and I qualified for the interview, you know. So that's at the HR level. So now I'm supposed to work as an engineer in the company. So I met a couple of, I went to different branches. The HR took me to different branches. What most of all these guys were saying that, I don't have experience, they can't employ me. But I've passed the main interview. They needed an engineer across board. But now the leaders want the person that have experience. I don't have experience. That's all they were saying. I don't have experience. Someone even said I don't have the muscle. And before them, many companies that I've done interview with also were saying the same thing. So finally, I met one of them. Indian guy. Even blacks were telling me I don't have experience in most of the other companies I didn't interview. You know how many companies I've been to doing interview? I finally met one. One of them is an Indian guy. He's the real leader. You know what this guy told me after he interviewed me? He interviewed me twice. Because the first time, he said, maybe because I'm still fresh from school. And I'm not even fresh from school. Well, I just begin to look for a job. I'm not fresh from school. This way back 2015 or thereabouts. 2015 or 2016. So the guy, and I finished school 2012. You know, so this guy said, okay, that he's not well prepared for me. That I should come back the following week. Because all the theoretical question he asked me, I finished him. So he said I should come back the following week. I came back the following week. Now he's prepared. You know, he's prepared with his iPhone. So he started asking questions. Theory. I dey give him. I dey give him. The ones where even say I don't get experience, don't even ask me any close question like this. So they just see me, they just say I don't get experience. You know what the guy did? The guy said, see, Isaac, you are good, you're sound, you're smart, and you're young. I want to give you an opportunity, but we really want someone with experience. But you're kind of person, the confidence you have, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. So I'm giving you 3 months, Isaac, 3 months probationary period. Normally by standard it's supposed to be 6 months, but the guy no one really collects me but he heard me. He saw what I got upstairs. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Great Ife. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbàgbé result. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀. If you go Great Ife, you go know say no be by first class. You go know say no be by first class. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀. Onkowa. You understand? Now why they hard to enter Great Ife? But I no go there. So the guy said, I give you 3 months. That's why I start. Within the space of a year, I became a supervisor. Within the space of a year, I became a maintenance head in my own lane, reporting to a maintenance chief engineer. Within the space of how many years? Promotions. Within the space of how many years? Go different plants. Go head different plants. Go instill my skills. They formally requested for my skills. If not by experience, would I have gotten that opportunity? Experience is a good teacher, not the best teacher. Your intellect and will is a better teacher. Get that into your head. Your experience or whatever experience is not the best teacher. It's just a good teacher. But your intellect and will is a better teacher. Now, when you just finish school, you see all these small Indomie generation children. When you finish school, now that time you go know, say, you go hate when they request for experience for your hand. They look for experience. What experience are you all looking for? What experience? Take it or leave it. Omoyele Sowore is a true son of the soil, a true representation of us all, a son of nobody who is to become somebody without knowing anybody. That is who we all are. As of today, Omoyele Sowore of the AAC is the thin line between the true liberation and slavery till we realize our parts and parts. A luta continua. Victoria Asata.